So on the drive in this morning, I was reflecting on how much difference one person can make to the world. Each of us individually is a normal, average human being that's going about our busy daily lives, trying to do so much. But then when we come together as Mounties Group, the impact we seem to make is just truly amazing. So we've now got over 260,000 members, 3.7 million people a year coming through our venues. And when you think that for every $1 our members spend in our clubs or our venues, that we get 16 cents of that, after paying taxes, local jobs, cost of goods, buying from local businesses, we get just 16 cents. But that 16 cents over the last year has added up to making a phenomenal difference in the lives of the people around us. Now, we don't have shareholders, we don't pay dividends, we don't pay our profits to owners. So we use all the profit we make to contribute to our local community. And when you think of that 16 cents profit going through this year, that's meant 4,000 local jobs. It's meant 10,000 children being subsidised to play sport. We've managed to subsidise health and well-being for more than 20,000 people in our local community. But we've also made a huge difference in so many lives. This year we spent $9.7 million on community facilities, their upkeep and delivering those to our local community. We've done 54 social inclusion programs, or what we call sub-clubs, bringing people together in our local community to reduce loneliness and improve social engagement, giving people a better life. We spent over $4.5 million on live entertainment this year and over $8 million on prizes and rewards for our members. When you put it in that context, it really isn't a surprise that we now have an 82.9% engagement rate with our customers. That's over 260,000 people, of which 82.9% say that they are very loyal to Mounties Group. I think that's a reflection of the impact we're making in a positive way in the community in which we live.
My name is Aurelie Carrion. I'm the Executive Manager for Community, and I've been with Mounties Group for 5 years. And in that role, we really wanted to look at the social issues that were impacting our communities. So 1 in 4 women will experience domestic violence by a current or former intimate partner since the age of 15. 50% of people who are experiencing violence don't tell anybody. I guess with my own experience of violence, I worked in clubs throughout the whole 16 years that I was in that abusive relationship, and I knew firsthand that the opportunity for us as a workplace to improve our responses was completely wide open. So we focused on some key pillars in this action plan, which was to support our employees. And we started with the support with domestic and family violence leave policy, and then also additional support options. Then it was about education, because the more educated and aware we all are about the forms of violence and how we can respond, the better we'll be able to help those people experiencing violence. So we educated from the board to the C-suite to all our line managers to all our staff. Everybody was trained, and that's over 1,000 staff. So if someone in our workplace discloses, we now have a direct support pathway in place for them, and we've seen it work. When someone reaches out for support, it could be the first, last or only time they will ever reach out again. So it's important that people who are responding are well placed to answer and respond in the right way. My first response when I disclosed the abuse wasn't safe, so I didn't tell anybody for 16 years. So that's my driver in making sure that that doesn't happen to another victim survivor. What they can do is reach out to somebody, feel supported, feel safe, and work with them on getting out safely. If I think about the last few years and all that we've achieved, I just really want to thank the Mounties members, because without them, we wouldn't be doing this.
So this year, our board has given us 4 more key programs. The domestic violence program we've introduced in the last couple of years. This year, our board is saying, let's make an even bigger difference, and we're taking that program statewide. Somebody needs to take control in helping people, and for us, across the club industry, we intend to lead that way.
So started Gotcha for Life back in 2017, basically worked out that there was a a niche in the market where it needed to be more about prevention of suicide. Goal for me would be people using mental fitness just like they use mental health, and actually talking about mental fitness just like they talk about their physical fitness, like I'm off to the gym, just so everyone gets that. I would love the same thing for mental fitness, and I think if we do that, then we're more than likely be better at dealing with the stuff that life throws at us, and that means that we will put a dent into this suicide rate, and that's really what it's all about.
Mounties venues are places of connection. They're where people come together to celebrate, to connect. They're also venues where people come to escape loneliness and to escape isolation. The Mounties partnership is an incredibly important partnership to Gotcha for Life, and one that we are really grateful to be embarking on together. To start to educate and inspire people to look after themselves by proactively investing in what it means to be mentally fit, and also to look after each other. So the $50,000 that has been donated by Mounties will be a huge enabler for Gotcha for Life. We will use those funds to expand our programs, really go straight to the people in communities who can benefit from putting mental fitness as a priority in their life.
I don't think many people realise that if you're a young family and your child gets sick and you go to hospital and the doctor says there's nothing we can do, that in all of Australia, for children with that life-limiting condition, there are only 3 hospices that are there to help. At a time when they need support more than ever, I'm so proud that our board this year said that that's just not good enough. That they put together a program to work with the Giants and with Rio's Legacy to create that 4th hospice in Australia right here in Western Sydney. This is going to make lives better.
The reason Rio's Legacy was started because we lost our little boy Rio in 2018 to a terminal condition. He got gastro one afternoon, and unfortunately we went to hospital and we never went home.
Family means everything to us, and hearing Ryan's story, we knew we wanted to do everything that we could to help realise Rio's Legacy's vision. Here at the Giants Foundation, we're so proud to announce that we're partnered with Rio's Legacy and Mounties Care with the aim to raise $30 million to build Australia's 4th children's hospice in Western Sydney, Mounties Care Cottage.
My name is Dr. Squish, and I am a clown doctor with the Humour Foundation. Our job is to visit children's hospitals and give them a big old belly chuckle. But sometimes our job is to meet them when they're in really difficult, challenging moments of their life, to try and create an atmosphere which is not going to give them bad memories when they leave the hospital, especially for those kids and families who have to come back to the hospital multiple times. As a service, we are 100% reliant on the support we receive from the community, and that includes the generous donations from Mounties. The Humour Foundation is so grateful for the support we receive from Mounties and the Club Grants program. And we really look forward to continuing this collaboration so we can reach more kids and their families in the future.
So my name's Grace Farber. I'm the founder and CEO of Autism Advisory and Support Service, and we're a small not-for-profit charity. We started in 2007 around my kitchen table. Our mission is to empower children and adults with autism. We offer services like speech therapy, occupational therapy, psychology. Our kids with autism have so much to give, so much to offer. So it's about just embracing those differences and supporting where they need support. We were given some funding last year, I think it was $60,000 for family support from Mounties. And that funding allowed us to help hundreds of families who come to us. So I'm so grateful to Mounties to serve these families so they no longer have to suffer in silence. That's what it's all about. We've got our life, we've got our calling. We can help others achieve theirs, and we couldn't do that without Club Grants funding.
Mounties Group truly is this unique business. But what we also do, and one of the secrets to the change we make, is the support that we're able to give people like Grace at the Autism Advisory Group, the humour doctors that when a person's in hospital just put a smile on a child's face. You know, Gus and the Gotcha Foundation that are helping people that are struggling with mental health issues. The things that those groups do, and they're only a couple of the hundreds we support, actually make a huge difference in so many lives. So our Mounties Care Flight sponsorship in the last year saved 275 lives. We're no longer just improving lives as a Mounties Group member, we're now saving lives, and that's wonderful. That sponsorship's now been going 15 years, and this year it's great that the board decided that we can now extend it even further. We're doing trauma care workshops for people to respond faster and easier with care. We're also pushing a program out now right through the state for kids in the bush to learn first aid, which in future will save lives again. Mounties has always been about improving lives. Nowadays, it's saving lives. The Meadows by Mounties is another one of those unique projects that Mounties has come up with. So this year we went out and we bought 25 acres at Luddenham. And the concept is to take a number of disabled or vulnerable people from our community and give them skills that will make their job or their future brighter by being able to get a job. We're going to teach them to grow vegetables, to mow lawns, to build fences, to make a good coffee, give them some vocational skills that'll get them a job in the future. I think the most important thing about this whole precinct and this whole project is that for the first time, someone is creating something that's going to bring all of these people together and build a connection and a better community and a greater appreciation of the skills that each bring. Our profit was slightly down this year. We produced a $20.9 million profit, but that was done on purpose because our board decided this year not to pass on all the cost increases that we faced and to increase our community support simply because these times of cost of living struggles is truly impacting the people around us. But we did deliver $26.8 million in community support. Now that's another record for the Australian club industry, and it managed to beat the last record by more than $10 million. And when you consider that previous record was also held by us, I couldn't be more proud of the impact our members are having on the people around us. We have 260,000 members, we have 1,500 staff. And when I reflect over the last 5 years, and not just this year alone, we've done everything from reducing loneliness in our community to helping hundreds of local community groups to saving lives, all because a Mounties member walks in and supports our venues. If I was going to say one thing to our members is that the lives you change, the community difference you make, none of this is possible without you as a member. So thank you just simply isn't enough. I just hope that you also realise and appreciate the difference you're making in the place we live.